This video is about goalkeeper positioning in possession. Now this is important not just for goalkeepers to watch, but all players, because all players will need to know where the goalkeeper is and where they should be, because the goalkeeper is the most important player on the team. They are the foundation of everything, defense and possession. So let's talk about what they should be doing and where they should be. Now, the best goalkeepers are extremely active. They are active mentally at all times of the game. They are focusing themselves on staying involved through how they talk, how they move, even when the ball's not close by them. The best goalkeepers are able to do this. The best goalkeepers make sure that they're involved at all times, every second of the game. And one way that's really important for them to stay involved is in possession, when their team has the ball. It's very easy for goalkeepers, inexperienced goalkeepers, to shut off when their team has the ball because they think, oh, we have the ball. If we lose the ball, then I'll get ready to make a save. But the goalkeeper is a key component of the team's attack. The goalkeeper provides back passes. The goalkeeper can help to create the team shape and be the anchor for the team at the back. And a goalkeeper who is active in the attack makes a team have, in the case of 7v7, 7 field players. So they're a real advantage to the team if they can play good positioning and stay involved. So we have our goalkeeper here. What's very common for young goalkeepers to do is to just stay on their line at all times. As we all know, that is not a good idea. Obviously, if you leave and go crazy, then you could leave the goal open. But we need to make reasonable, conservative, but reasonable and helpful movements. So the first thing that needs to happen is if the goalkeeper doesn't have the ball and the center back has the ball, the goalkeeper needs to make sure that they are diagonally back from the center back. We talked about being diagonally back from players in another video, and make sure that they're not directly behind the center back. The reason for this is if they're directly behind here, then the center back can't really see them. And in order to, if the center back gets into trouble with a forward, then they would need to turn 180 degrees to pass back to the goalkeeper. So if the center back is on generally this side of the field, or regardless of which side of the field they're on, the goalkeeper needs to come out and be diagonally back. Now we're not talking about them becoming another center back, because that would leave the goal way too far open. But here is a good level. They're still inside their box, but they're able to get a pass back from the center back. If the center back's in trouble, then the center back can say, oh, I can get the ball back to the goalkeeper. And what's nice is that in order to cover that, the forward would need to move sideways and forward. Whereas before, if the center back was here, if the goalkeeper was here and the ball was played back to the goalkeeper, then the center back is blocking most of the passes and the vision of the goalkeeper. So in fact, the goalkeeper is shooting themselves in the foot there. So they should be diagonally back, and if they do receive a pass, then they have all the space in front to see and to pick the correct pass. That's the second thing. That's the first thing. Second is the goalkeeper. It's generally easy for the goalkeeper to just sort of follow the ball as it goes across the field, but they need to be a little bit more active than that. So if the ball goes across to the left back, instead of just shifting over to the left side of the goal, the goalkeeper at this point needs to become a back pass option for the left back. So going about here, not outside their box, just about here. What that does is it allows the center back to be more of a central pass back option. If the goalkeeper stays in their goal, then the center back is expected to come all the way over here, and then in turn pulls the right back all the way back, and then we've lost our right flank. So in order to allow this right back to stay out here, we can give the center back that central space, and our goalkeeper can become a nice safe back pass. So if that player gets pressured and they can't pass to the center back, well, then that pass can go all the way back to the goalkeeper, who can then bounce it back out to the center back. So this goalkeeper, when the ball's on this side of the field, they need to become a back pass option, not just shading over to block the goal. Right now they're not thinking about the goal and blocking shots into the goal. They're looking at how they can support their teammates. while still staying close enough to the goal that if there is a turnover, that they can get back in time. Lastly, or I don't know if it's last. Next, as the ball moves up the field and the team advances, the goalkeeper, if the ball passes the halfway line, the goalkeeper should be practically on the edge of their box. If the ball is really deep inside the other end, then the goalkeeper should be outside of their box. The reason is that as the team moves up and the blue team moves back to defend, there is a ton of space that is being opened up. Remembering, though, that the goalkeeper must make sure that they are somehow diagonally back from the center back. So if the center back's on this side of the field, the goalkeeper should be here. The reason for that is that, let's say that the center back has the ball, but they're in trouble and they need a back pass. Well, if the goalkeeper is directly behind the center back and the center back can't receive the ball, then there's no back pass because the center back is blocking the pass from the center midfielder to the goalkeeper. So, if the center back's on one side, then the goalkeeper needs to be diagonally back from the center back so that they can offer different angles for that back pass. If the ball gets turned over on this end and the goalkeeper is at the edge of their box or slightly outside of their box, then sure, it's possible that this team might try to lob him, but the goalkeeper has plenty of time to get back if that's the case. What's more dangerous is if the ball gets turned over here and then a long ball gets played into this area. And if your goalkeeper is on the line picking his nose, then he's not going to get to that ball and the opposing forward will run onto it. So this player is here, they are alert, they are moving side to side. If the ball gets played over to the right back here, then the goalkeeper, not just shielding over, moving over here to shield the goal, but literally moving over to become a back pass option so that the center back can get a more central back pass option. Once again, if they don't do that, if the goalkeeper stays here, then the center back has to come all the way over to be that back pass option, and that in turn pulls the left back way back, or the center mid. And so you can see how our team shape as a whole is affected by the goalkeeper's positioning. An active goalkeeper who's staying involved allows for the team to have more width and to send more players forward, just with some simple modifications to their positioning. Nothing too drastic. So, if you're a goalkeeper, you should be following these guidelines, and you should not worry so much about getting lobbed. And if you're a field player, you should expect that your goalkeeper is in these situations. So if you're a right back and you have issues with the left back and you're about to lose the ball and you want to keep possession, you should know that you should have a center back who's more central. But if that's not available because of forwards in the way, then you also have the goalkeeper all the way back for a back pass to keep possession. And at that point, since the goalkeeper was smart, they were diagonally back from the center back. That gives a nice pocket of space for the center back to drop into, to receive the pass, and to work it up the other side. So smart goalkeepers can really support an attack. So goalkeepers, make sure that you follow these rules, and field players, make sure that you utilize your goalkeeper. If your goalkeeper is there and in the right position, make sure that you involve them in the play. And it'll be like having an extra center back on the field.